There are many ways of using fruit and natural ingredients to make a dessert without adding butter, cream or fat. And I know someone who specializes in doing just that. I had heard about Lady Sobers and her interest in low-fat cooking. And when she published a book, Sweet Conclusions, I thought it was about time I paid her a visit. Well, Prue, in your latest cookbook, there's some very luscious desserts. Now, if you want to make a pudding or a cake, how do you go about it?
Today, for instance, I'm going to be showing you how to make steamed pumpkin pudding. And I've used a Queensland blue pumpkin, which is probably the best pumpkin to buy in terms of its sugar content and its flavour and texture. And I've made a puree out of that Queensland blue, and I'm going to put this into the pudding, which is similar to a plum pudding, a traditional plum pudding, but of course it doesn't have suet or butter or sugar or any of those things.
So how do you replace those ingredients that are so important for texture, for moisture?
Well,
for
one of the things I'm doing here is in fact using the pumpkin, which gives a lovely moist texture and delicious flavour as well. It imparts. The texture is about just dropping off the spoon texture, and it's simply the pumpkin boiled with water, and then some of the water is used in the pureeing process. There's a cup of wholemeal flour and half a cup of white flour or unbleached flour, and that goes into the basin, and then I add some raising agent to it, some baking powder, and when you're putting your baking powder in, of course you have to make sure that you just make sure that it is in fact level. Yes. This has also got some spices in it.
So it's almost like a traditional pudding.
Very much so.
Except that there's no fat and sugar.
Except, of course, that it doesn't have the lard or the butter in it, or the sugar.
It would be interesting to see when later on if it is as moist and as yummy. Huh? So what are the spices?
Sorry, the spices are a mixed spice and a nutmeg.
Right.
And actually, Gabriel, just smell that, because that smells really delicious. These spices are really very fresh.
Oh yes, nutmeg is fantastic, isn't it?
Actually, this reminds me, this smell reminds me of walking through a rainforest in Grenada and picking up the spices off the ground in the West Indies.
Have you been in those situations?
Peeling the mace off the nutmeg and smelling the cloves.
It's just it puts a different dimension. Huh? They are very romantic spices, aren't they? They take you somewhere. Yes, they really change the whole flavour of a meal, I think. Now, to that, I'm going to add some wholemeal breadcrumbs, and these are from the Pritikin loaf of bread, which doesn't have added fats or salt or sugar. So this is conforming, of course, to the whole principle of no added fats or sugar. So that is a Pritikin pumpkin pudding.
It is. Yes, this particular one is, but of course it has universal appeal.
Yes.
Because it does taste so good. Now I'm going to add some raisins, some seedless raisins, and there's 2 cups of seedless raisins that go in that.
That will give some sweetness to the dish.
Indeed, it will, yes.
Do you want that?
And yes, thank you. And the sultanas, and also some beautiful apricots, just some chopped apricots. There's half of a cup of chopped apricots and 2 cups of the natural sultanas. So it's 2 of the sultanas and 2 of the raisins.
They look very lovely and plump.
And the idea is just to stir those around and coat the fruits with the flour.
So of course people must make sure when they start the dish to have a bowl that is big enough.
Yes, indeed.
You could get caught in that.
You could indeed. Now this is 1½ cups of pumpkin puree and 1½ cups of apple juice, and you simply combine the 2. They blend quite nicely together. I'm going to make a well here, and
stunning colour, that pumpkin, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful colour too when the pudding is actually finished. Now starting from the centre, just stirring it in, and
it's really beautiful to look at the sauce. But that's what I like about cooking, looking in the pan at all the ingredients, the different shapes. Well, it mixes very easily.
It's beautiful. Yes. That's what makes it such a nice moist pudding.
Yes, it's certainly easy to do.
And of course this pudding doesn't have to be just a Christmas pudding. This can be used at any time. It's a particularly nice pudding to use if you're having guests in the winter time.
Yeah, oh, winter, yes.
Yes. That's nicely combined now, Gabrielle.
Is that already finished?
Yes, indeed. That's all that's necessary to mix that pudding.
Wow. It's easy?
Now I'm going to put it into a steamer and into a boiler and steam it for about 5 hours.
Way! Bravo!
Voila!
Oh gosh, look at that. Oh, what a lovely golden colour.
Turn it upside down.
It is really a classic of desserts.
It is
pudding.
Indeed, Gabrielle, yes.
You need a hand?
No, I think I should be able to handle that.
Attention. Look at that.
Ah.
Oh, stunning.
There. Now what I like to do is to just glaze it with a little bit of apple juice concentrate diluted in a little water, and that'll give it a nice glaze.
And what do you serve with this?
Well, you could actually serve that with either a brandy sauce or a vanilla ice whip, which perhaps I'll show you if you like. 1 cup of skim milk, flavoured with a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of gelatin, and you put it into the freezer and you whip it for about 60 seconds and it comes up into that lovely voluminous, like soft ice cream texture. Yeah.
Gosh, you're a good cook.
Mr. Gaté.
Merci. Thank you. Oh,
steamed pumpkin pudding, no fats, no sugar.
Marvellous.
Help yourself to dessert
too. Do we leave any for the kids?
No, let's eat it all ourselves.
Yes,
huh?
yes. Okay. Time have really changed. 5-10 years ago we would never have had a pudding without fat or sugar.
I agree with you. Yes.
And it is delicious, it's amazing. I'm really impressed.
Thank you very much.